So, one of the things is there anything that, is kind of on your mind that you might want to be coached on, or you might want to, improve on? So,
maybe like a boundary
okay.
issue. Yeah, boundary
Okay.
issues with
Tell me more
just
about
like
that.
relationships. I think like with my mom a little bit,
Okay.
just being able to kind of have clear expectations of what our relationship should be. I think I need to. I should. Yeah, thanks. I think I need more help with that. And then it carries over maybe into work situations
Right.
where I just want to make sure that I'm being clear, and that nothing ever gets misconstrued. I'm always very anxious to make sure that I'm being understood all the time, and having more clear boundaries with people like my mom in personal relationships. And then I guess when it comes to work, just making sure that I'm always being understood, that kind of thing.
Okay. Um, okay, that's a great that's a great thing to get coached on. And what we usually do in this exercise is, you kind of pick an obstacle. So we have the cones, we have the parachute, tarp, the barrels, whatever. Maybe pick an obstacle that you want to get Gracie to. I'm so glad I don't have to change the name of the horse I'm saying. Get Gracie to either, stand on, go around, whatever.
Okay.
And what would that, what, is there anything?
See. Maybe we can try just going through the cones
Okay.
with her, like just going like right through it.
Okay.
I anticipate that she'll be very curious.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe hesitant. So
Okay.
I think that would be a good place maybe to start. Maybe the tarp would be a little too much, particularly because it's windy.
Okay.
But maybe we can start with the cones, or maybe even starting going around barrels together, and then maybe into progressive into.
Okay. So when you were talking about boundaries, and of course, the horse always does something really interesting, which is like walk right up to you when you're talking about boundaries. Can you give me a couple of examples? Because you talked about your mom.
Right.
You talked about your work. Like, what would be? Tell me a little more about maybe a situation that didn't work out, like perhaps you wanted it to.
Actually, I have a really good example. Last weekend, my mom. Well, I just got a horse here. And he was from New York, and I was telling Pam about this actually before. I'm really proud of him. I don't quite know him very well yet. He's been here about 2 weeks, and my mom rides horses with me here, and she, being polite and kind-hearted as she always is, was offering for other people to ride him. And I said to somebody else.
Okay.
So I was a little frustrated that I felt like she wasn't being respectful of, like, she's just being nice, and I get that. And she comes from a good place, but it frustrated me because I felt like she didn't run it by me at all. I just happened to walk in and I heard her saying that. So I pulled her aside afterwards and I said, Mom, I really not necessarily comfortable with that. I wish you would have asked me. And she apologized, which I thought would have been the end of it. And she said, I don't think, I'll go and say, no. And I said, that's okay. Do you think she'll ride him? She said, I really don't think so. I was just trying to be nice. So we let it go. And then the next day, someone here called me and said that she and her boyfriend are riding him. So it got me really upset that that it did escalate and that, then I wasn't able to reach my mom on the phone for like 2 hours. So that was tough. So anyway, that was a situation where I felt maybe I could have handled things better. Again, it also goes back to being really clear.
Okay.
Like, I don't know that my directions are clear. Like,
okay.
I don't think I'm clear sometimes.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it's me or if it's just that she's not respecting the boundary.
Okay. Well, this is going to be a perfect way to kind of play that out, I think,
Okay.
a little.
That'd be great.
In terms of getting Gracie to go through the cones. So
Okay.
I leave it to you.
Okay. So I should get her
Yes.
and try to maneuver her around.
Yes. Just with your
cones.
energy and the long line in your body, because
Okay.
you're hurting, like if you've seen
Oh gosh, this is
animals
gonna be
herd.
hard.
Yeah, so it's not following per se.
Right.
It's more hurting, but you have energy. I mean, that's not you may not be aware of.
I'm nervous. I don't know that she will be receptive.
Okay, well, let's see what happens.
Okay.
You told me it's all about being clear and communicating clearly. So
Yeah, I'm actually even
that
just
might-
now trying to think how I would communicate to her that I would want her to go through the cones.
Okay, well, she's coming over.
Hi, Gracie. Hi, girly. Okay, so if I want her to maybe go towards this barrel first. Okay, Gracie.
Okay, so it's a hot and cold game, so maybe that was a little too much.
What
You got
should I
to
do?
see that. No, it's perfect. But
Okay.
you got to see that you moved suddenly and
And it spooked her. Okay, Gracie. I'm not quite sure how to help her.
okay.
I feel like I'm coming on too strong,
Okay.
and I don't feel like she's receptive. Even if I try to tone it down, I don't know that she cares to listen.
Okay.
What do you think?
Is there a different way to approach it? I mean, it sounds like you're afraid of doing something wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably true.
What if you had a different approach?
Well, I mean, I tried just to get her, to try to touch my hand even,
Okay.
and she's just iffy
Okay.
still.
Well, she's definitely curious. You mentioned that in the
Yeah.
very beginning.
Yeah, she's curious.
Okay. And it looks like she's waiting for instruction. She's got those ears perked up.
Yeah, so I don't know how to tell her what to do without scaring her.
Okay. Wow, that sounds really parallel to your mom.
It really does. It does. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how to be clear with her, and I don't even know that she's open.
What
I
if
don't
it's
know.
a way to, I don't know, is there a way to approach it more like having fun or like it's a game?
Oh, maybe. Maybe.
Want to give that a try?
Yeah. See, I just feel like she doesn't even. I think she's like kind of nervous about all these things, and she's kind of apprehensive. Like, what are you gonna ask me to do? Okay.
I mean, if she runs around, that's fine. It's totally fine. She's got lots of energy. As long as you're safe, that's the important thing.
Just go forward. That's it. Good girl. It's okay. Good girl. She's moving now.
Wow, that was really close.
She's getting closer and closer.
How are you feeling about it?
I feel better about it. I was kind of stuck before. Before you said just to get her to try it, just to move around. Now I'm figuring it out a little bit, and I'm surprised that she is curious and she's acting on it. It's nice. Good girl. Very nice. I just hope that I'm not scaring her. I hope she's.
Does she look scared to you?
Sorry?
Does she look scared to you?
She looks like alert.
Okay.
I don't know, scared. But
Okay.
even Pam knows she kind of shuts down when she gets, she's always like in this flight mode. So I don't want to be too, not pushy, but I don't want to come off threatening.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I want this to be fun for her.
Right.
And so I'm just trying to gauge that too.
Okay.
Good girl. You're okay. Good girl. Oh, good girl. Very nice. Very nice. Good. Let's try it this way. Good girl. Okay, so let's move away.
So how's it going?
Well, I like that she's coming in closer and closer.
Right.
And I feel like I'm not even necessarily pushing the issue with her. I'm just asking, and I'm surprised that she's actually receptive to coming in closer to me. I'm still just nervous to respect her boundary of not, if she gets too worked up. So I'm trying to continue gauging that, I guess.
Okay. So, of course, the interesting part is how does this reflect your relationship with your mom?
Yeah, it's kind of funny before how you made that connection between the two things. I think I was kind of scared to ask for the boundaries and respect that I kind of need sometimes, and I was scared to let Gracie know what I want her to do because you kept saying that she's asking for direction, and I didn't necessarily know how to give it. So I think it's kind of helped me to see it's easier than I thought, which is a good thing. It's refreshing, really.
Do you notice in your own body?
Yeah, I was very And it was nice that she apologized, and it was nice, so she like acknowledged why I was upset about the boundary. It became hard the next day when someone actually was riding my horse, and it was hard for me not to be upset and defensive and just put everything on her, because I felt like this is something that she created, and now I have to kind of deal with the aftermath and try to figure out, well, who was riding him, and what did she say, and it just felt really overwhelming. So I would say that the aftermath, dealing with it was hard. It was hard.
And do you feel now that it's pretty much settled?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I do.
Okay.
I feel like now it is settled.
Do you think it was easier to actually say something rather than keep it inside?
Yeah. And I think I always have to do that. I mean, even seeing the people who were riding him and having to, sometimes it's a little uncomfortable to have certain conversations, but then, it's for the best. It makes me feel better. Boundaries are clear, right? And I know for sure that my horse is fine, and, so it's important, even though it's not always easy to have certain conversations. So I feel better about it. It is resolved, luckily.
Do you want to get Gracie trying to go in? You don't have to. Because it's more or less if you approach it like, okay, let's see if she can do this.
Right. No, I'm happy
Okay.
with what we've done.
Okay.
And I don't necessarily want to push her
Okay.
because she just shuts down.
Okay.
So I might leave it like that.
Okay.
I feel better about it though,
Okay.
which I feel great.
Okay. I can tell you're just radiating.
I felt
Gracie looks
myself
very
smiling
happy.
before, like when she was running like